Promises, play please.
You know what time it is. As the Kool-Aid Man and Ken Kniff would say, oh yeah. At least that's how Ken Kniff would say it. The Kool-Aid Man would say, oh yeah. You know what time it is, right?
Play it please.
It's time for Kiely, my Jesus. But before we get into this Jasmine Brand article, I just had to say this, man. Shout out to Yellow. That's Yellow without the W. YELLO. For that song they did back in the day, that oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because that's another oh yeah. I just had to mention that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the article, okay, guys? Shout out to the Jasmine Brand, my favorite entertainment site. The Jasmine Brand article was titled Kiely Williams,
Play it please.
addresses rumors of Naturi Naughton being axed from 3LW for being dark-skinned. It was an effective lie. This is posted April 2nd of 2019. I know what some of y'all are thinking. Rumor of Naturi Naughton being axed from 3LW for being dark-skinned. Y'all like, what was she axed then? Did they ax her about how it felt being the darkest one of the group? Ax and ask are two different words. Now, I know some of y'all don't know that. Shout out to Miata Shanae for posting this blog, right? So here's what they wrote. Girl group 3LW, which stands for Three Little Women for the record. The girl group 3LW took the industry by storm in the year 2000 with their hit single No More, Baby I'ma Do Right, spawning a chain of other singles, a tour with Destiny's Child, and eventually the popular Cheetah Girls franchise. I've never watched the Cheetah Girl movie. I've heard there were multiples of them. Somebody let me know if I should take the time to watch. It's all these years I've never watched. I might have to see what it's about. For over a decade, a rumor of colorism being the reason behind power actress Naturi Naughton being kicked out of the group has tarnished the group's legacy. In 2017, Naturi sat down with the ladies of The Real to promote Power, where former bandmate Adrienne Bailon even apologized for the early 2000s beef. This nasty rumor was recently resurrected when group member Kiely Williams was attacked on Instagram. Of course she was attacked on Instagram. She's a pretty girl. Pretty girls are always under attack. Hashtag war on pretty. The nasty rumor was recently resurrected when group member Kiely Williams was attacked on Instagram. She took to that very platform to address the rumor once and for all. A follower raised this question about colorism and how it pertained to Naturi's exit. Quote, this is true, but you kicked at Naturi for real out of 3LW back in 2002. Kiely immediately shut it down. Quote, at Spear J916, not true, but it was a very effective lie, end quote. So I guess Kiely also said, so I had this interesting exchange with a woman who apparently doesn't like me at all, and yet is all over my gram. So here's what happened. Someone posted that they get the quote, non-black enough thing all the time. To which the hater responded, quote, you're definitely black enough. And all I was trying to do was figure out how she knew a total stranger was, quote, black enough. She would not answer. She tried every possible way to not answer the question. Called me crazy. Suggest meds. Thanks for that. Somebody had just said on one of my videos that they could hear the Adderall when I was speaking. I've never been on Adderall before. My doctors never made me take that one. She would not answer. She tried every possible way to not answer the question. Call me crazy. Suggest meds. Thanks for that. And all the while kept reinforcing the quote, black girls stick together narrative. I even asked her privately to explain to me why she felt the way she did, but no answer. So maybe you guys could shed some light on this. I have been fighting against colorism my whole entire life, but I always find articles and typos because my life is a typo. I know what she meant. Colorism my whole entire life. I bet you have, beautiful. It shouldn't be a thing. Black is black. I don't care how you talk, what food or TV show you like, who you marry. Well, you did marry a white man behind my back, but that ain't none of y'all's business. Or what food or TV show you like, who you marry, or what shade of brown you are. If you're black, you're black. I feel like we should talk about this so we can get to the root of why black people, especially women, are pitted against each other. It breaks my heart. Actually, the movement is to stop brothers like me who love red bones from loving red bones. I get called out for it all of the time, but I can't help that I have red bone fever. The former 3LW frontwoman and her sister, former 3LW manager to C. Williams, TSC, I don't know how to pronounce her name, C. Williams, T. Williams, somebody let me know in the comment section. To C. Williams, explained that Naturi having a boyfriend may have been an area of tension amongst the group. To C also alleges that Naturi went to Wendy Williams' former radio show to trash the group members. Spears J916 said, at Kiely Williams, so who kicked her out? Kiely Williams responded, no one. If memory serves, she got a boyfriend, and men are the ruiners of all girl groups. At to C. Williams, want to jump in on this one? So here's what your girl to C had to say. At Kiely Williams, trust me, one day all of the Williams sisters will sit down for an in-depth interview on camera to set the record straight. Y'all can always call into the Meat Magazine radio show over the phone. I would love to interview you guys. I could use the exclusive for my little struggle blog, and I'm not even a blogger. I'm actually an entertainment reviewer. I love y'all, and if y'all want to call into my show, you're very welcome. Hit me up, at Meat Magazine on Twitter. Love y'all. Trust me, one day all the Williams sisters will sit down for an in-depth interview on camera to set the record straight if we feel we need to. And Naturi for real's entire career is built on a lie. She used it to gain sympathy, fans, and loyalty. Rather than being an advocate for black women as she claims to be, she was a purveyor of one of the most damaging tropes existing among people of color. That light-skinned black people, or more accurately, black people label as light-skinned, think they're better than brown-skinned black people. And black people bought it. And I'm brown and I'm against it. She is a good actor. The sad thing is that she could have been just as successful if she hadn't started her solo/acting career with a lie. She's incredibly talented, but at 15, she was incredibly uncomfortable with her skin tone. No one kicked her out of anything. She plotted with Wendy Williams and Wendy's husband, Kevin Hunter. Shout out to Charlemagne. He doesn't like Kevin Hunter, remember? He's always talking about how bad Kevin Hunter is, allegedly is. She plotted with Wendy Williams and Wendy's husband, Kevin Hunter, to leave 3LW and destroy the Kiely Williams and Adrian Bailon on the way out. And then there was Maurice, her quote-unquote boyfriend. Back to the original question. Who decided who's black enough? Asking for a friend. Lastly, Kiely explained that if she were the influence behind a chocolate-skinned Naturi being axed, it would have been counterproductive to choose her Jessica Benson as her replacement, another dark-skinned young lady. So Kiely Williams said at Spears J916, okay, but I've literally been doing what you're asking for, and I still get on. When she left, she was replaced by who? At _ Jessie B _, who is gorgeous and talented and brown. So what's the deal? How can I shatter stereotypes if you guys keep stabbing me with the glass? And then C, however you pronounce her name, said, just imagine for one, and no disrespect, I just really don't know how to pronounce her name. Just imagine for one moment, if you endured the last 15 years hearing and reading about people bashing you over a lie perpetrated by a person to further their career. Welcome to our world. Funny thing is that we people meet us, I guess she meant to say when people meet us, but I always find silver typos. Funny thing is that when people meet us, they immediately realize everything they heard is not true, except that I am extremely blunt. Working on that. Listen to C. Williams. Ain't nothing wrong with being blunt. They're legalizing it anyway. What do you think about the resurgence of the infamous 3LW rumor written by Miata Shanae? Shout out to Miata Shanae. She's doing her thing over there at the Jasmine brand. Over there just being freaking amazing at this blogging and entertainment reporting thing. Shout out to my girl Miata. I have to cover a lot of her stories because she stayed doing a thing. But this is the thing, right? So, listen, man, I always knew that the colorism crap was just a bunch of nonsense. Listen, why would they have Naturi in the group in the first place? You got to think about it like this. Back in the early 2000s, when there were actual musical superstars, before streaming music was a thing, before people were getting paid the way that they are for streaming music and all of this quote unquote clout chasing and attention seeking and trolling and whatnot was going on, before the gangsters and the pills and potions and everything that's ruining quote unquote urban music became to be a thing. If you really think about it, How many young ladies would have done anything to be in Naturi's place? They could have easily put anybody in her group in her place. They did not have to start the group with Naturi Naughton. Naturi Naughty. Naughty by nature. Heifer. They didn't have to do that. So that's how I know it's a bunch of BS. Because if it wasn't, then they wouldn't started the group with her in the first place. It just doesn't make any sense. It's completely illogical for these people to have started a group with somebody who they didn't want to be in the group in the first place. That's counterproductive. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. There's plenty of other people who would have done anything to be in the group. So why her? Because some of you might say, well, they just needed somebody immediately. Well, how many other chicks were trying to get on at the time to get a major record label recording contract and all the opportunities that come with it, all the shine, all the attention, the money, and they were really young too? You know how many people around that age are trying to get started at around that time? Really? And this is before the internet stuff really popped off and whatnot. Please, player, please get out of here. Shout out to my girl Kiely. I believe you, Kiely, because your name rhymes with Kiwi and MeWe. Listen, man, this is just another chapter in the hashtag war on pretty. They don't want my pretty girl Kiely Williams to win. She's too fine and she's too talented. And somebody just had to try to stop her shine. And listen, you're black enough for me. Is Kiely half black, half white? I think she might be mixed. I don't know for sure. I don't know what she is. But listen, man. Listen. 3LW has classics. Their music will forever live on. It doesn't matter that the group broke up as far as their music being memorized, many years from now, 2019. They'll always be remembered because of the way that their music affected people's lives, the way that their music made people feel, and the fact that it inspires so many people. I mean, they went on tour with Destiny's Child. I mean, come on. This whole colorism thing, it's being used by a certain segment of the population, and that certain segment of the population, they have something that they're lacking one way or another. And then colorism is supposed to be like their saving grace. Well, they just cry colorism, and then it's supposed to like open up doors for them. People are supposed to give them sympathy, supposed to give them sympathy, and it's supposed to give them an advantage. It's supposed to be like this thing that they use as like the end all to just like shut everybody up. Like it's like a gun in a fist fight. It's supposed to be like the neutralizer. It's supposed to be the thing that just is able to just stop the person in their track, so then that way you can just put an end to the foolishness in just like a split second. Bow. Colorism. Colorism. Like that. And when people make up foolish stories like that, what they don't realize is that's negatively affecting people's lives. We're talking about years and years and years and years later. What the group broke up over 10 years ago. Was it 15 years ago? I don't know. But the point is this though. That group has been broken up since forever. And you're trying to tell me that we're still having this stupid conversation and it's leaked over to the internet? Remember, didn't they used to put it in magazines before? Like why the group broke up, and they talked about it in interviews on TV, and we're still talking about it years later? Really, people? We haven't put 1 and 2 together? That's nonsense, that is completely illogical, and it just can't be true? If anything, the real colorism that we face is against light-skinned women, and that's no offense to my baby Kiely, because I know that she doesn't like being called light-skinned. But so that's no offense to you, sweetie. But listen, I'm like Trinidad James with it, dark-skinned, light-skinned. Listen, man, a fine woman's a fine woman. You know what I mean? So listen, I just like seeing my pretty girls win. I don't care what complexion y'all are. Y'all already know. Whether you're Dre and Michelle's complexion or you're Portia Williams' complexion or anywhere in between or lighter or darker, you fine. You got talent. If you're talented and you're fine, I'm co-signing and claiming you. But anyways, speaking of beautiful, talented ladies, shout out to the beautiful Kiely Williams. I'm sorry, sister, that you're still going through this nonsense. I hope that you guys do get I hope y'all get the biggest interview possible to get the truth out there. Actually, I would say if you went on the Breakfast Club, that could possibly be the best place to go. Hit them up. I think that they could make that happen. Uncle Charlemagne, I'm pretty sure he can make that happen for y'all. But anyways, y'all, this is all my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a Kiely fan with the microphone. I'm an idiot who just likes good music and pretty girls. Let me know what y'all think about it all below. Me Magazine on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and MeWe. Me Magazine blog and Instagram. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, notify. Let me know what you think about my cutie pie, Kiely. Share this video on social media. Twitter, Facebook, Google Plus. No, Google Plus is gone for consumer accounts. Excuse me. Twitter, Facebook, MeWe, two cans with the string in the middle and telepathically. That way everybody and their mama too knows that my girl Kiely is still going through this nonsense. And shout out to her sister whose name I can't pronounce. I'm so sorry about that. I know I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant as hell. The one thing in life I did do right is being a 3LW fan. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Kiely. Shout out to Naturi too. Okay? Hopefully someday she'll admit that it was all a lie. Anyways, Me Magazine. Love y'all.